Morning, it's the 25th of October. We changed the clocks tonight, don't we? It will be dark. It'll be later in the morning, but it will be dark on the night. I mean, last night at 5:30, I was coming on. It was quite a bright night. Excuse me. Bright night, and there was very, very little daylight left. So bloody hell, next week, at back end of next week, 4:30 it'll be dark. But it'll give us a bit more light on the morning. I've got a feed mix to put on for the weekend. All cattle are to go around and bed up and fill their racks up for weekend. Cattle are to go outside, go around outside to make sure everything's okay. We'll also go tomorrow. There's a bale of straw to take over to outside cattle. There's all to bed up down at other farms. So and also Stevie from GPS Solutions, he's on his way to sort of educate our Ollie into using this spray. So I'm just going to let him educate Ollie, and Ollie can tell me in our language what to do basically, if you know what I mean. Because a lot of, like, I was same at school, to be fair. I didn't learn very well because I wasn't interested, but do you know what I'm saying? But if Ollie just tells me in simple terms, I'll get it, because I'm into this GPS stuff now because it is the future. It makes life so easy. Asked me 10 years ago, and I said, it's for lazy farmers. Or 15 years ago, it's for lazy farmers. And the first bit of GPS we got was a light bar on a sprayer, which was hard work. And then we got a Trimble one, which was it had a screen. And sorry, am I bloody dazzling, yeah? And then we got a Trimble one on a Trimble one with a screen, and that was mega. I was absolutely mega. It was. You had to drive to what you saw on the screen, but it made my spraying days so easy. And then we got a Trimble GFX 300 in Ollie's 630. And then we've gone with this Sweaver chem, and I think that, to be honest, I quite like the Sweaver chem. But we are sponsored a little bit by them, and they are trying to push them really. But the Sweaver chem ain't a bad system, and God, we've got two now, and we've got the capabilities of putting them on 3 vehicles. And I think in future, if we get a new tractor, I'm going to buy another wiring harness or brackets to do another system, because I mean, we're all bloody hell. Oh no, I'll take 650 because it drives itself. A little bit laziness, so you can look at your phone and one thing and another, but it is very, very efficient. So, but right, we'll get this mix on. Yeah, this is another good thing I'll show you. This is a good thing. And I bloody got sponsored by these head torches, right? Nicola got me them last Christmas, 2 in a pack. And there's so many different functions. There's a light bar function there, and then there's, that's off, that's light bar, that's low beam, that's red beam, never use that, that's flashing beam, never use that, that's torch, and bloody hell, torch is good, look. Yeah, torch is better than you'd think. And then off. Oh, then low beam torch. And then off. And you can have it also, so you can turn it on by a wave of your hand. So you can do that on, do that off, which never used, but there is the facility there. And I'm sure on the internet there were £25 for a twin pack. There was 2 of them for 25 quid. Well, Christ, at this time, at winter time, like I start work at about 5:30, 6 o'clock, but I like to be in. I'm no superhero, but I like to be in house for 5 o'clock. I like to have done my day's work by 5 o'clock and job done. But I like to be up early and at it and get all them little jobs done or organised before lads come and they can take over, sort of thing. Yeah, very, very good. Them head torches, they're ready available. They're all over the spot. But them hats, Aldi were selling with the light in the front. But the light was brilliant. But the hats were, after a few washes, used to give way, didn't they? And end up that baggy that you couldn't keep it on your suede. Right, I'll get this going. Yapping a load of shite, aren't I? System going where I like to do it on a bit of nice going, so our Ollie chops bales up there and wrestles with net wrap. Well, that's fair enough, you can do what you want, but I chop them down here on a clean surface and then I just shove that up with bucket when I put my barley in, so I can easily take net wrap off down here. But we've just mizzling outside, that's why we're inside as well. I tell you, it's a bit rough on the machine dropping full bales in, but we have bought a bale and roll off and we have just quite got it rigged up. But it's just carving away is that big corkscrew with blades on at the bottom of that. And all of a sudden it'll bubble it up, turn it round and have another go at another bit sort of thing. Come back in 10 minutes, it'll appear a total different view. So what we've got basically in this mix, we've got quarter of a 4-band Eston baler of wheat straw and 2 real nice silages. And it's that Westerwell, to be honest. I think the feed value is very, very good, isn't it? But the cowmen don't rate it, do they? So at milk job it can't be very good. But anyway, and then what we'll do then, when it's sort of ground it up for 20 minutes, I'll drop two buckets of barley in, rolled barley, which is there in it, and its relevant minerals, and that'll be there through the next door's food for the weekend. Everything in now, all it needs now is another probably 20 minutes stirring it up and job's done. Yeah, that should last until Monday. There'll be another mix of them running on. But what we're doing at the minute with it being quite mild, the silage seems a bit of heat. As soon as we get the mix done, we're gonna do a thin line down that wall, because it gets hot in the tub mixer and straight away now, and it creates like heat and goes off very quick. And then I ain't going to give them no fresh till later on today, and let them eat out, you see, so it keeps everything fresh. They'll be ready for it by 5 o'clock tonight. Trouble is, that time you get round it, the cardigan, won't it? Or cool in. Do more the, not the teeth. Yeah, that's it. We're maintaining this modern piece of farm machinery. It's what the problem was. The starter motor was not engaging. And we thought it was the starter motor, but it's the teeth on the ring gear. And this is the ring gear, and this engages the starter motor centrifugally engages on that, if I'm making any sense. Where is the starter motor? The starter motor, when it spins, it sends that out centrifugal. Is that the word?
Centrifugal.
Centrifugal, yes. And then it engages with that ring gear on that, but it is worn out, so we have to take it off here and swap it round, you see. But we have to get it warm because it's to make it swell so we can tap it on.
Risk of cracking, is that right?
Look, we've warmed it up, and look at that, how it's swelled. You can't believe it, can you? You know, we expected putting it on and tapping it and going on. That surprised me because it's the first one I've ever done. And what we do now, we just let it naturally go cold again, and jobs are good. And that's brilliant. That's how it can be so different. How when it's cold, it can nip to that and not shift. And yeah, brilliant. Soon be Friday night. We've got ring gear back on, we've got flywheel back on, and all that drive back on. But we've got another problem. The bell housing, what goes on there, what drives that, is, well, we sheared 2 bolts off. I mean, so, and the 2 bolts next door to each other. So it wouldn't be so bad if they were cross corners, but it just wants doing right. Yeah, these nuts and bolts haven't been removed since it was built new. 19. I don't know. I thought there was a plate on it what said its age, but it'd be bloody old. I don't think it'd be quite as old as me, but it won't be far off.